Hey everyone, welcome back to the Keep Watching podcast, where we decide what to watch so you don't have to. I'm James.
And I'm Sarah.
And today we're going to be talking about One Piece live action episodes 1 and 2. Arg, Sarah, ye ready to talk about pirates?
I mean, if that's what you want to call this loud, obnoxious child, sure.
You're just a pirate if you say you're a pirate.
I mean, we'll get into that.
Right?
I don't think this kid knows what a pirate is, but sure.
Okay, Sarah's already coming in here with negative energy. Would like it. Okay.
No, not negative energy. Just maybe this child is misinformed. That's all.
Okay. Well, for people that don't know, Sarah doesn't like watching animes, but this is the live action version of an anime. A very, very incredibly popular anime, I might add.
Yes.
So I thought I'd get her to watch the live action and see if she liked it. Just because that's fun for me.
Yeah.
I have not watched, I've only watched like the first 120 episodes of the anime. So I basically watched none of the anime myself, but I've watched far enough to know what I thought was going to happen in the live action and what did or did not happen in the live action. So this is more or less just a fun exercise to have Sarah watch this and give her play-by-play on what's going on, because I think this is actually like kind of wild to watch if you've never watched the anime. It's like,
it is.
What is this thing?
It's got some real energy. Yeah.
There's a few world mechanics that are out of there.
Oh yeah,
but I can't wait.
There's some shit in my notes that just like, oh, this is a thing, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. You know, they're not going to explain it. It's just how it works.
It's just snails or phones.
Snails are phones.
Snails or phones.
They're microphones. They're
I don't think I noticed them being microphones, but they're definitely like
later in episodes.
Old school phones.
Like, there's just like a microphone.
There's an earpiece.
Snail. There's an earpiece. Yeah. There's an earpiece snail, like a spy.
How much would it suck to be the earpiece snail? Jeez.
Would it suck?
Gross.
I don't know.
Suck to use and suck to be. I would not want to be shoved in somebody's ear.
Oh, well.
And I wouldn't want to shove a snail in my ear.
Maybe it's very pleasuring experience for both parties. It's
Ugh.
It's a whole different world.
That makes it worse somehow.
Okay, well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about One Piece. You know, the incredibly this ties into our history though, because Ji Young from Heart Signal season 4, her favorite show or manga was.
I thought it was
One Piece.
The comic was her favorite.
Her favorite manga was One Piece. Yeah. So now we're here. We're watching. Now
we're
Piece.
Here.
I'm excited to be doing this. I think we're just gonna have Sarah basically give the play-by-play or her journey watching the first 2 episodes, and then I'll
that's probably a fairer description because I didn't take super detailed notes.
Yeah, we haven't done a scripted TV show,
fictional show
over a year. I actually checked. It was over a year, right? And it was Ted Lasso.
Now that's a show. That's a good show.
That we kind of did. Yeah, that was a very good show. Yeah. This is gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited. Okay. Last time we watched Agents of Mystery, which was a good time.
Yeah.
Have you watched the next mystery in Agent of Mystery yet?
I haven't. I should have. That would have been more relaxing than what I did watch. I started watching The Bear because I heard that was a good show.
My parents and all my old relatives were all about that show when I was on vacation a couple weeks ago.
I didn't know it was an old person show.
They were talking about that show. Yeah.
It's good, but I wish I hadn't watched it because it's low-key stressful all the time. It's just a lot of people in a kitchen yelling at each other, and then a lot of families yelling at each other, and then food gets made. So, I don't know. I should have watched the second mystery from Agents of Mystery instead.
My dad described it to me, and I was like, this really does not sound like a show I want to watch. The bear that is, yeah. But it seems to be popular, so.
I mean, it was good, just stressful. Did you watch the second mystery?
I did not, but AH did, and they said they liked it better than the first one. So something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's right. That is good.
I had to rewatch all of the One Piece live action to get ready for this podcast. But Sarah only watched the first 2 episodes, but I wanted to watch all of it. So
Okay.
It's fresh in my mind. The
Okay. Okay.
entire live action.
All of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Sarah, you last time we in this this early section of the podcast, you gave a recommendation for a show, but then you also gave like a warning for not watching another show, which I feel like we may have never done before. At least
Yeah.
like totally
Unprompted, yeah.
Unless like unless one of us was asking the other person to watch a show and then they didn't like it. But this, yeah, unprompted, and which caused for some debating back and forth in the comments. Do I need to watch this show and be the final say on whether it's good or bad? Does that need to be a podcast?
I mean, you can if you want to, but honestly, there will be no change in my mind. I hate that show. It's awful. Interregnum is wrong about this show.
What's the show we're talking about?
The show is Business Proposal.
Okay.
The K-drama. It's like a romantic comedy, but it just makes me angry the whole way through.
Okay. I won't watch it. I feel like I just won't watch it for entirely different. I'm not a drama person myself. So
exactly.
What is this show? What is One Piece listed as?
I mean, it's probably a comedy, right? Maybe a action adventure or a fantasy adventure.
Yeah, but is it? I guess it's not comedy. I don't know. It's silly. It's childish. It's right up my alley. This One Piece live action in particular is really up my alley. Anything else before we get to the show, Sarah?
No, that's all I got. Let's get into whatever this is.
Okay, One Piece live action. This is my personal breakdown of what One Piece live. I just came up with this right now. It's pirates.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's treasure.
Mm-hmm.
It's friendship.
Actually, I've not seen any treasure so far.
Well, it's literally the show is the treasure. The name of the show is the treasure, Sarah.
There's been no treasure that has shown up in the first 2 episodes, and I would argue minimal friendship so far. But continue.
No, it's about friendship. It's basically Fast and Furious, but with pirates. That's what I'm just gonna low key sell this as. It's Fast and Furious, but with pirates.
All right.
I have no idea when the manga came out. One Piece.
Well, the anime started in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
I think this predates Fast and Furious.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna look it up. First aired October 20th, 1999. Was the first anime episode of One Piece, which means the manga. It was must have. It's
how many anime episodes are there now?
It's hard to count. So
seasons. How many seasons?
Essentially, how many seasons? 21 according to this. I think essentially this season 1 of the live action is on Netflix, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially like season 1 of the anime, but the anime was 61 episodes. The live action
season 1.
It's season 1, yeah. The live action is only 8 episodes, but they're like an hour each. So it's definitely
like 20
condensed.
Minutes. So okay.
Yeah. It's definitely condensed, and I think it's well done. I know they gotta make some decisions, and I think they did a good job. Plus it's like adding in stuff that like I don't think I knew about from watching the anime, at least from how far as I watched it. So it's like a little bit spoilery, I think, for me, but I didn't care because okay. So yeah, it's Fast and Furious Pirates. Also, Sarah, to me, when I watched this, it felt a little D&D like in terms of, there's like this party that's forming together basically, and they're going on adventures. And I may or may not, knowing that you and the other people in our D&D group probably don't watch this anime.
Are you telling me Star Wars D&D is just One Piece in space?
I have pulled things from One Piece to use, knowing that you guys have not watched One Piece at all.
Now I need to worry about which of these weird characters my D&D character essentially is. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, I mean, it's more of the NPCs that you run into.
Okay. But let's still, there's 4 of us on a ship. I don't know. I don't know
if you can figure it out from just watching the first 2 episodes. But if you watch the first full season of this, you might be able to figure out at least a character that I've been using.
I hadn't thought of it in that frame, and now I have to find
there
it
you go.
out. Okay.
Now we know you have to watch it.
I have a mission.
All right. How would you describe One Piece, Sarah? Is it Fast and Furious with pirates? It kind of is, right?
I mean, I can't argue with that.
Okay.
It is how I would summarize it to somebody who's never heard of it is there is a world where there was a pirate king who they did not stop from talking soon enough when they went to execute him, and he rallied all the people of the world to go be pirates, so there are too many pirates in this world.
Yeah.
Trying to find one guy's treasure, and amongst them is a child who does not really understand what a pirate is, but will not shut up about how much he wants to be a pirate and the pirate king, and he is roping people into his adventure to go find this treasure so he can be the pirate king. And also he's stretchy for some reason, and it's kind of weird.
Wait, did you get to find out why he was stretchy in the first episode?
Yes, they do explain why he's stretchy. That does not make it less weird.
Yeah. Does he not know how to be a pirate, or is he just like really good at it?
When he talks to some other kid about what it is to be a pirate, I'm like, nah, bro, you just want to be a sailor. That's not a pirate. You just want to be on the sea, and that's okay.
But he also wants the One Piece real bad, so is he therefore a pirate? If he wants to be the pirate king, is he a pirate?
I don't know, man. It's weird.
He just only wants that one thing. That one
just
thing.
Wants that one
I
thing.
think it makes him a pirate, right?
I think it makes him an explorer. Like, this kid's not gonna, at least as far as I've seen, been like, oh, there's a merchant ship. Let's go kill all those people and take all their stuff. Like, that's not what his life is about, right?
No, that's not what Luffy's gonna do. No.
That's your basic pirate shit right there.
Nah, like, those pirates aren't doing it right, though. See, he's doing it right.
No. That is quintessential pirate. Is see goods, take goods, kill everybody who gets in the way.
Okay. I think I like
this
Luffy's
kid just wants
better,
to.
Though.
Well, like pirates, like in media, were like, oh, so cool or whatever, but legit, like they're not good. You know, they're not good guys.
But they could be.
This kid just wants to go on an adventure. He wants to be Lara Croft. He wants to go find some treasure somewhere and be like, haha, I found it. Good job, me.
Oh, so he's an archaeologist now.
I mean, sure. He's more that he is a pirate.
He's trying to take the term pirate back, and he's trying to, change what it means.
Okay, sure.
Those other people, they're just criminals. I'm a pirate.
Pirates are criminals. Like, that's right there. That is it.
That is stereotyping.
Specifically.
That is stereotyping. Luffy is not a criminal, but he's definitely a pirate.
I mean, he is definitely a criminal. We'll get into some criminal activities he gets up to, but
okay.
His definition of a pirate is not quite accurate.
Okay. Agree to disagree. All right, so the first guy you mentioned, Gold Roger, this is the setup.
Is that the old pirate king?
He's the old pirate king, I guess, yeah. And then he was about to get executed by the Marines, who are like the police of the world.
Yeah, so like, let me set a scene for you.
Okay.
The Marines are like, hey, we got him. We got the big pirate king bad guy. It's going to be so cool when we execute him in front of literally everyone and be like, this is what happens when you're a pirate. And what happens is they let him talk. And he goes, hey, everybody, being a pirate is badass. Go be pirates. Find my treasure. I left it for you. Have a good time. And then they execute him. So that was a bad plan. Because now there's just a million pirates. Because he made it sound so fucking hype.
Yeah. There may be an explanation for that later in the series. I actually don't think I'm like deep enough into it to fully be even to explain it myself yet.
Okay.
But even if you just watch the rest of the live action series, you could probably formulate okay, I can maybe see where this is going and why that maybe might have made sense. But I know what you're saying. Like, they could have just murdered him and then he would have never encouraged these people to be pirates.
Yeah.
Some people would have been like, where did all his treasure go? But he was like, nah, it's out there. You for sure believe me. Trust me, it's out there. Go get my treasure.
Yeah, they gave him a platform and free advertising for his event of go find my pirate treasure.
Yeah. So that's the setup of this world.
Yeah, and that was some like years ago, 20 years ago, 100 years ago, sometime in the
I
past?
actually don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know
So
what the gap
he
is
may
between.
have inspired a generation of pirates, but they're pretty bad at finding treasure.
Or it's just really hard to find. Gold Roger was really good at hiding it, you know? Okay, then we meet. Who do we meet next, Sarah? You didn't bother to learn anybody's name in this TV show? Do you know what a Luffy is?
I know that Luffy's real name is Monkey. Like, his first name is just Monkey.
Monkey D. Luffy.
But they call him Luffy because why would you call someone Monkey? That's a silly name. But damn, in my notes, I refer to him as Chaos Child because that's what he is. He is a child full of chaos, causing chaos everywhere he goes.
You're going to call the friendly pirate the Chaos Child?
Yes. Because he's not a pirate. He's a chaotic human being. He's not trying to pretend to be a pirate. Yeah.
He's not a pirate, but he does cause chaos. Okay. Interesting.
Not pirate chaos, just other kinds of chaos.
Okay.
So yeah, it just starts with him on a sinking boat in the sea, and he goes, "I'm gonna get in a barrel, and that's gonna solve all my problems."
Was that a wild solution to his problem when you saw?
Yeah, yeah. That I mean, you know what? That's some real Lord of the Rings shit. No, The Hobbit. When all the dwarves get in some barrels, and that's just how they travel. They go downriver in barrels. Sure, why not?
But it makes sense later, right? Kind of.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because things happen later that explain it. But like, I guess he's just lucky that there are no waterfalls in the sea. I guess is the thing. You know, dangerous to go for a waterfall in a barrel, but just floating around seems to be fine. Someone will find you, according to this show.
But is there a whirlpool in the live action or just the anime?
I do not recall a whirlpool in the live action.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think in episode 1 it's like a whirlpool or something. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Moving on. Okay.
At this point, I was questioning, like, so everything's kind of cartoony, right? Because it's based on an anime, and I'm like,
it's like an homage to the anime. Basically.
Yeah, I was like, does it feel weird to me because I know it's an anime? If I didn't know it was from an anime, would it just feel quirky? Yeah. And then there was a bird with a hat and like a mail delivery pouch, and I'm like, this shit's crazy. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
It is quirky.
Yeah, I almost wish I could have like somehow gotten you to watch this without letting you know it was an anime. But I feel like
it would have been impossible because like this is so well known. Like I knew the name One Piece already. Yeah, even though I'd never like watched it.
Yeah, because honestly, like this is like it feels at times like very much like other pirate things, right? Like especially like Hook or like the Lost Boys from Hook. You know, it feels like that sometimes, or even just like the silly like Pirates of the Caribbean fighting at times. Yeah, but then you mix in like basically some of these people have like superhero powers because for reasons. Yeah. Okay. I think Lucy actually just like sets up his whole character, like talks to the camera, right? I think.
Oh yeah, I think he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go find the One Piece or whatever and be the best pirate ever. They never explain how we go from "Hey bros, go find my treasure" to everybody calling it the One Piece. Like it made it sound like it's this vast treasure, but like when you call it One Piece, it sounds like it's a coin. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea I don't know if they ever get there in the series. I don't know if 21 seasons or whatever it was are they still looking for the One Piece? They ever get around to
explaining what the treasure?
Because like, okay, did you learn about the Grand Line at all?
Yeah.
Okay, you learned about the Grand Line. They never get to the Grand Line in the first season. So it's like it's buried this, and that's just like the beginning of starting to look for the One Piece is getting to the Grand Line.
Yeah, like everybody says that that's where you have to go to find the One Piece, but like I don't know that the Pirate King said that. He's just like, yeah, it's out there. Go have a good time. Maybe at the end, the One Piece is the friends you made along the way or some bullshit. I don't know.
Oh, it could be.
And then the whole Grand Line was a red herring or something. Like it doesn't even matter.
That'd be great for the Fast and Furious, but with pirates analogy.
That'd be hella disappointing for all the pirates, you would think, because most of them are not actually out here making friends, and I guess that is why Chaos Child would end up being the Pirate King, because he actually is the one. Okay,
all right, we're getting it now. Okay, all right. What character did you meet next of note?
Okay, I forget. I don't know that I wrote when we have backstory on this kid on Chaos on Luffy. Like there are parts where we get back into that.
Tell me what is a Luffy? Just give me his whole thing.
A Luffy is an orphan who really looked up to some other pirate dude. Who again, I don't even know if he's a pirate or not. He might just be a sailor.
Oh, he's a pirate. I don't actually know.
Okay.
I mean, if by your standards, he might not be a pirate. I don't know.
Yeah, like it just sounded like he was moving goods around and like maybe
if somebody says they're a pirate. Do you really have the right to say they're not a pirate, or is that like if they self-identify as a pirate, you can be like, no, you're not. Is it? I feel like
I can be like, what pirate crimes have you committed?
I feel like this is a gray area. I don't know. I don't think
you could be an aspiring pirate, but I think like there's a certain amount of like piratey activity you have to engage in before you can actually be a like pirate.
And at no point in these first 2 episodes, maybe by the time you watch the whole series, you'll be like, okay, he's a pirate. Maybe not, actually.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not gonna. If Luffy wants to be a pirate, I'm not gonna tell him he's not a pirate. Why not? I mean, that's a little messed up in me, but okay.
Well, just all the things he seems to say that he admires about piracy is not, in fact, piracy. It's just sailing, which is fine.
Okay.
So this kid wants to be a pirate so bad, but his pirate idol is like, nah, you're a kid. I'm not taking you out to be a pirate. So he tries to stab himself in his own eye and misses. And that proves how tough he is. And the guy's like, no, you're not coming with. Which was an interesting... I wasn't expecting to have to deal with a child trying to stab himself in the eye during this show. I gotta say.
This show is like... Actually, what is the show rated? It's like the exact level of like violence that I like, where it's like... There's the cartoony stuff, but then there's like actual like brutal violence, like stabbing himself in the eye, or like somebody just like getting their head destroyed. But it's like they never show it, and like that most you see like blood, which is like that's about all I want to see. So it's like TV-14, yeah, okay, it's TV-14, which is like the exact sweet spot that I like in a lot of the content that I. Once it's rated R, it's like I'm just like, is this gonna get too nasty? I don't know, but. There's like dark stuff that happens, but it's in the TV-14 kind of way, which I love. So, yeah, that was kind of gross.
Yeah. So then this kid's plan to stab himself in his eye didn't work. So he went and pouted amongst the treasures of this pirate.
As a child.
And found a weird fruit in a box and just started eating it. Made a face like it was gross and then ate the whole dang thing. And then later we find out it has made him stretchy.
It's a dragon fruit.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah,
it's a thing.
Okay.
How many people...
Wait, a dragon fruit? That's a real fruit. Isn't it like a demon fruit or something?
Oh, a devil fruit, sorry.
There we go.
Yeah. Dragon fruit's a real thing.
Yeah. But without the superpowers. And so at some point we find out that this means he can't swim.
Yeah, all the devil fruits make you like... Yeah, like I think like the ocean water like makes you can't swim in ocean water, and you like lose your powers, I think, too.
And I think this one was specifically called a gum fruit, and therefore it makes his arms like gummy, I guess, so he can stretch them way out.
His whole body's made of rubber.
Yeah, basically he can't get stabbed or shot or hurt in any way, I guess, because he
could probably get sliced. I think he gets sliced.
Okay, well, no one slices him. That I saw, I think, in the first 2 episodes. So no slicing has happened so far. And yeah, that's weird. That's real weird to look at in live action when they make them all stretchy. Yeah, it is. Like,
I was trying to think of like, there's definitely like old 90s movies where they have like a stretch effect like that. Like I'm thinking of like, not like Flubber, but there's got to be something where they had to stretch out a person's body. I feel like it's like in my head, but I can't think of what it's called.
I mean, there used to be like a Stretch Armstrong toy and maybe a cartoon, but I don't know that I have any live action references, but it does look precisely as weird as you would think it would look.
Yeah, I think it did pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, all things considered, they did a good job, but it is like in that uncanny valley of like, that body's not supposed to do that. That your brain doesn't quite want it to be real.
Yeah. Okay.
But even with his new stretchy powers, his pirate mentor will not take him to sea.
Yeah, because he's a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, Good job, responsible pirate man.
He's got to grow up on his own and then do it by himself.
And then at some point, the pirates are going to leave for good and never come back, and he gets real sad. And then there's some other real pirates who show up, and there's a fight or whatever. I don't really remember how they end up in a boat in front of, like, Sea Godzilla. But that happens. And then his pirate... Yeah, there's this Godzilla-looking thing that pops out.
That's just a basic bitch sea monster in this.
Okay. Sure, basic bitch Godzilla in the sea. It's fine.
There's worse things than that out there. Yeah.
But yeah, so Pirate Mentor, like, tells Godzilla to fuck off, and he does. And that's never really explained. But then he also loses an arm. So, that happened. And the other significant part is that Pirate Mentor always wore a straw hat, and now Chaos Child wears that hat because he gave it to him, and he's like, one day when I come back, you can give it to me, or some bullshit.
Yeah, Luffy's most prized
clearly
possession.
That's never happened. So there we go.
Yeah, so
that is the history of Monkey Luffy Chaos Child.
Luffy, yes.
Monkey
he's
D.
also
Luffy.
known as,
there you go.
so he becomes also known as the Straw Hat Pirate.
Sure. I think he's the only one that calls himself that? Or no, people who don't know his name call him that. That's how they identify him. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. That'd also be like, if he has a crew later, it'll be the Straw Hat Pirates.
They all get named after him, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that about sums it up. His childhood hero is Shanks, who I guess by Sarah standards is also not a pirate, but I mean, he has a whole crew of...
Like, he seemed like a good dude, and mostly like he didn't want to kill people. It's not a slam to call someone not a pirate.
Yeah, it might be if they want to be a pirate, and you're like, no, you're not.
Okay, okay.
So there's no such thing as like a good pirate. You don't think that's a thing?
I mean,
but Pirates
can
of the Caribbean,
you be good when your job is to murder and steal?
Yeah, I mean, you watch Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, it's like, they're definitely pirates in Pirates of the Caribbean. But, they do some good stuff.
Yeah, but their job is go steal things from people and then either kill them or leave them to die.
All right.
Sorry, I'm taking a very realistic approach to pirates, and it's not pretty.
Okay. All right. I mean, yeah. I guess you have to not follow the rules to some degree, but I don't know if you have to necessarily. All right. I'm cool with Luffy calling himself a pirate. You're not. It's fine.
Okay,
we'll move on. All right.
He's an adventure pirate, not an actual pirate, I guess. Sure. Okay.
Okay, harsh. All right. I think Luffy in his barrel gets picked up by this.
Oh, this ridiculous ass ship that looks like a duck or a swan.
Oh, there's a real animal theme going on. The animal theme continues. I actually don't know why this world is like that.
Ships are all animals or whatever. I don't know. It's like if, in Alice in Wonderland, there's the Queen of Hearts. If she had a ship, that's what this fucking thing looks like.
Yeah.
Right? It's pink, full of hearts, and also has this goose face on the front of it for whatever reason.
Yeah. There's something going on with the animal figures. There's gonna be a sheep ship, and then there's gonna be a mouse ship, and then there's gonna be...
I'm sorry, are these supposed to be intimidating pirate ships, and you're picking mouse and sheep? It should be the scary lion.
It's even weirder,
ship,
the admiral guy who was executing Gold Roger, Garp.
Mm-hmm.
He wears...
Sorry, his name is Garp?
I believe his name is Garp.
Okay. I don't remember hearing that name before, but it's fun.
Vice Admiral Garp. I believe his official headgear is some sort of animal ears. And then there's another Marine later in the series who is a captain, and he just straight up is wearing a hood with mouse ears. So it's very much just I don't know why I don't know what the explanation is in the anime, but they're just screw it, we're doing it because this is what the anime did.
World is deeply silly.
I know, it's awesome. Okay, but the Queen of Hearts ship is Captain Alvida.
Sure.
Alvida?
I don't know. She was just some angry lady, yeah.
Yeah, so she doesn't come back in the first season of the live action until the very, very end. You kind of see that she's still alive.
Okay.
And she is she wants revenge against Luffy. I believe in the anime, I don't know if they're going to do this in the live action, I could be wrong about this. It's been a while since I watched the anime. I believe in the anime, like she ends up also eating a devil's fruit, and the power makes her like she's like a shorter, like stockier woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alvida, I believe she becomes like tall and thin, and like her power is that she can basically have like zero friction, so she can like
What
her
does
body.
that
I
mean?
don't know. Her body is like super slippery, essentially. But I don't know why it made her
Gross.
super skinny.
That's very 90s anime. I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. So yeah, the devil fruit powers get
Or
wild.
maybe
Like
it's
they just
like,
you can
so she's
invent
like
as
an
many as you want.
eel.
Yeah, I
Eels are
guess
long
so.
and
I guess
skinny.
so.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is. She's a
Maybe.
slippery,
I forget
wheeled,
what the name of it
weird
was.
eel lady.
Like cuz you found out about the chop chop fruit, right? Or you
Yes,
learned
the
from
chop chop and the gum gum. So this must be the slip slip or the
I
slide slide
don't
fruit
know. I don't remember what it's called.
or the eel gross everything slimy
It's just a
slimy fruit.
fun.
I
It's
don't
just like a
know.
fun world mechanic where it's like, oh yeah, there's these fruits, then there's like theoretically an unlimited amount of them, and they could have like give you any power. But
But
there's
like
like
also
there's only
he
one of each.
announces like, oh yeah, I ate the gum gum fruit. Like everybody's supposed to know
Yeah,
this one random fruit is yeah, infinite, but also you're supposed to know about them. It's silly.
maybe there is an infinite. Maybe there is a set number, but they just kind of pop up. Throughout what I've been watching, it's just like, oh, we met a new guy who like has a superpower because he ate a whatever fruit, and then like the powers can just be wild, like they're like X-Men, like they're
Yeah, it is bonkers.
yeah, it's awesome. But right now, Alvida is just the normal pirate. Is Alvida a pirate, Sarah?
Yeah, she's straight up
Okay.
murdering bitches. Yes, yes.
Do
She's
you,
got the pirate shit down. She
yeah,
knows what she's doing.
she like absolutely just like murders a guy right in front of everybody, right? But they just
Oh
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't show it. And then Kobe, or she's
Hmm.
like clean it up, Kobe, right? So we meet Kobe too.
Yeah, this is maritime Harry Potter, her little slave boy.
Oh, okay. Harry Potter.
This
All right. Not
I mean
quite. Not maybe
he's got
the looks of it, maybe.
well, he's got the big round glasses, and also he lives under the stairs of a boat and is mistreated. It feels right to me.
Yeah.
Maritime
But
Harry
then
Potter.
after that, nothing like Harry Potter, but okay. like
It's like if Harry Potter
like
became
chapter
a
one of Harry Potter. Yeah.
cop at sea instead of a wizard. Sure,
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. So we meet Kobe. Yeah. He's basically held captive on a pirate ship because this I think we learned about his story in the anime. I don't know the specifics of why, but the story in the anime, right, was just like he was going fishing, but he got on the wrong boat by accident, and then the pirates were like, "We're leaving," and then he just like,
It made no fucking
no,
sense.
he just like they either didn't let him or he just didn't give off the boat because he was too scared, and then now he's on a pirate ship.
Yeah, but how do you accidentally get on a little pirate boat?
I don't know. They're just like
You
generic wooden. It wasn't the pirate ship he got on. It was like the
it's like the dinghy
little
that goes
yeah
out to
yeah.
the but like still you
Hey,
think
he
once
was
the
just a
first
child.
pirate got in, you'd be like, oh, sorry, my mistake. I'm in the wrong boat.
Hey, they might not have let him.
But
Who knows? All right, yeah.
so yeah,
So
some
we meet Kobe.
pirates kidnapped a child and now he's their slave. And this is where Luffy comes in and meets him and is like,
Okay.
oh, don't you want to leave here? Let's just go. Whatever. Pirates are great.
Isn't
My
Luffy
definition
awesome?
of pirates.
He-
I mean, he is
Like
a positive little child in this show. In the anime, though, he straight up like calls this
oh yeah,
poor,
it's
destitute slave child. He's like, "Oh, you real dumb and cowardly. That's everything I
yeah
hate. What's wrong with you?"
yeah
Like he's a dick in the anime.
yeah. It's they definitely got it. They moved it away from like that '90s. like, and I think he just like punches him.
Oh yeah, he straight up punches him in the anime. He's
Yeah.
like, "You suck," but it's funny.
It's funny in the '90s.
Okay.
Yeah, but not,
Yeah.
so they definitely updated this. He's just
Yeah, now
let's
he's like
talk
super
through this.
positive and like, "Oh, your dream is to go be a cop at sea? That would be my mortal enemy, but I'm going to help you do it because I value friendship above everything else," which is, totally a pirate thing.
Yeah, if Luffy's a pirate and he's doing it, then yeah, it's a pirate thing.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but so Kobe's basically like terrified of pirates, and if it weren't for Luffy, he would never have tried anything to get away from
Yeah.
Alvida's ship. But now that Luffy's here, and Luffy's basically gonna kick Alvida's entire crew's ass with his.
Yeah, there's a big fight on the boat, which is where we see all the. Oh, don't get me started on he's got special moves.
Oh,
where he
that's
announces
great.
it.
No, that's great.
And it's like gum rocket punch or whatever, and I'm like, I could do without this. No, thank you.
But you have to do it because it's in the anime. It's so good. Gum pistol. Gum pistol is the classic.
Yeah, I don't love it.
He usually announces it like once. He doesn't do it every time in later fights, but you're like introduced.
I think he thinks it's supposed to be his like final, like his finisher move.
When he thinks he's finishing the battle, yeah, he does it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got Kobe.
Yeah, he beats up a bunch of pirates. They do steal a little ship, I guess, off of the big ship, right? So there we go. That's, I guess, our first act of piracy.
Yeah, he's a pirate against.
You done
pirates.
did it.
Yeah,
okay.
He did it.
So almost like a cop, but sure.
And so they decide to. He just stole their stuff and left.
I guess. So then they're sailing off to the nearest cop headquarters, so Harry Potter can go be a sea cop, right? That's
Kobe.
That's where they're going. And also because this dumb little pirate boy doesn't have a map or know where he's supposed to be going for this.
Oh treasure. Yeah, he doesn't know shit about navigating.
His entire life being like, I want to be a pirate and go find this treasure. And he doesn't have a map or I think know how to read it even. Like he says he needs a navigator several times. So has not spent any time developing relevant pirate skills or even relevant sailing skills, I would say. So
it's like in season 3 of Ted Lasso when Keely gets her own PR firm and then she keeps calling this one woman that works for her the CFO. Because she doesn't actually know what CFO stands for, but she refused. She refused to look it up, and then she said, "Well, I just have faith that the universe will make it work." That's Luffy, right? I don't know how to navigate, but I have faith that I'll find somebody that can do it for me with friendship, right?
It's like if Vin Diesel showed up to a street race and went, "I don't know where the gas pedal is." Like it's very silly.
No, I think he knows the ship stuff. I just think he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know where things are in relationship to each other.
That's like a core state. Okay, I guess that's. You know what? No, yeah, he's not a sailor. Don't have a crew, right? You don't have to know everything.
He's not a sailor. He's a pirate.
Okay, not all sailors are pirates, but all pirates are sailors. I would say.
Ooh, all pirates are sailors. I don't. It's probably not true, but okay.
I mean, they are in fact sailing. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, they head off to cop headquarters to sign one kid up for cop school and for the other kid to steal a map from
cop
school.
Called the Marines in the TV show, just to be clear.
Okay, sure. They're still cops.
Yeah, they're essentially the world cops. All right. Did you get the breakdown in the first couple episodes about like how the world, like how the planet is like structured? Did you get
Not yet. It comes later when we finally meet someone who knows how to read a map.
But it happens the first 2 episodes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's later in the first episode.
Okay, we'll wait for Nami to explain that later. Okay. All right, then we get the other setup here was that Alvida thought that Luffy was like this guy named Zoro.
Oh, the pirate assassin or pirate bounty hunter or just a pirate hunter, I think is what they call him, right?
And Luffy just hears about this pirate bounty hunter. I think Kobe maybe tells him about him. Or I might be getting confused between the anime and live action, but like Luffy's just like, that guy sounds awesome. Luffy's just like, that guy sounds awesome. I should invite him to be on my crew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's like, I've heard about a pirate hunter. I think he should be one of my pirates. This will definitely go great.
Yeah.
So I think that's when we are first introduced into actually see what's his name? I call him Sword Boy because he's got 3 swords, even though he doesn't use them most of the time.
Okay, you can remember the name Zoro for a sword.
That's okay, I guess.
He's Zoro. Of course.
Yeah, but he has more to his name, right? It's something Zoro or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, I have no idea.
But
he's Zoro. This is the very random scene with how we meet Zoro.
Yeah, he's just like in a field of candles and some other bro is like, hey, come join my organization. And he's like, nah. And then they fight. And I think he just
Yeah.
straight up kills this guy for trying to recruit him.
I think
And he
this is
doesn't use his swords for a lot of this fight. For being a guy with 3 swords. He's
well,
real.
He didn't need all 3 swords against this guy. That's how badass he is.
Yeah, but I mean, it took a while for him to even decide to use a sword, you know? Like, mostly he was just
he only
not
used as many
doing
swords
sword
as
shit.
Need.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think what this scene is, I could be wrong. I don't know if this is, like, because this scene is not in the anime. I think it's, like, this may be a thing that we know Zoro did. This guy that he murders in the scene is Mr. Seven. And Mr. Seven Mr. Seven belongs to this organization called Baroque Works, which is some sort of like, I think it's a pirate organization. Guild? I don't know. It's like some team of or I don't know if it's a pirate organization or what it is, but basically they have like numbers, like they have a bunch of Mr. whatever,
like
numbers.
Rankings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is classic anime. Like, you know, there's a numbered group of people and they all get stronger, like the way you go up. So like, yeah.
And I think in this scene he's like maybe offended that he got sent number 7 instead of like number like, 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if in the anime it might get mentioned, because Zoro, I did get to the part where I meet Baroque Works in the anime, and I think Zoro somehow knows about them or has associated with them before, and maybe he's killed Mr. Seven in the past, and this, like, the anime, I don't know if this scene is ever in the anime, but it's I really don't remember it in the first season.
They just wanted to introduce him with a fight.
Yeah,
and there you go.
And we're not gonna, the Baroque Works is just gonna kind of be name dropped a few times in the live action, but it's like a later thing that would comes up in this TV show, but you don't have to deal with the Baroque Works people. But it's like the kind of, they're just dropping the seeds here that this thing exists. But we don't really find out what this Mr. Seven guy is all about in this live action.
Yeah, but then he like bags him up and takes him to the nearest cop station, right? Which is the same place that our other boys are going to.
So he must be a pirate because he has a bounty, right? That's why.
He's like turning in a bounty or something on this guy.
Okay. Gotcha. There you go.
And so they all 3 happen to be in a bar at Cop Island at the same time.
Classic D&D.
But then also there's a girl who's at Cop Island who like steals a uniform from the cops because she's up to her own shenanigans.
Yeah, but
and
this is classic D&D.
Then
we all happen to be in the bar at the same time. This is
and
great.
then there's some shitty guy with long blonde hair and a mouth that is far too big, who shows up to be shitty to a child. And so then there's a big fight. You know? You gotta
wait, wait, you said this guy's like Draco Malfoy, right? But that's actually great. That's actually great if you call these guys Harry and Draco.
Well,
their rest of their presence, I don't know in the first 2 episodes, but their presence is like they're together the rest of this
really?
Season, basically. Yeah.
Well, this guy has big "do you know who my dad is" energy.
Yeah.
And is also a shitty blonde. So, you know, it works. He's this Malfoy motherfucker. Yeah.
I had to actually look up this guy's name. So he's basically like the son of the Marine admiral or captain or whatever at this base that they went to. And
yes, Baron von Underbite is what I've called him, because he's got a big ass metal jaw and he looks exactly like a character in I can't remember. Venture Brothers. There's a character who looks exactly like him except for the axe hand.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's the dad, axe hand Morgan. But this guy in the bar right now, his name is Helmeppo. I had to look it up.
Never said that in the show at all.
Yeah,
I
actually don't remember them dropping that name, but whatever. His name is Helmeppo. And yeah, he's basically just like classic, like full on, almost like basically like a 90s villain, right? Like 90s high school villain. Like he's just like, knocks into this kid and makes her drop food on the ground and then just blames her and then makes her apologize.
That makes Sword Boy upset.
Yeah. And then Zoro's like, Zoro confronts him and he's like, do you know who my father is? So yeah, we don't like this guy.
Oh yeah, he
and
sucks.
He's not a pirate.
And his mouth is too big.
Okay. Even in the live action, his mouth's too big.
No, like I haven't seen him in the anime. I've only seen the live
in
action.
In the anime, everybody's
mouth
is too big whenever they're surprised.
Well, yeah, okay,
surprised.
But like honestly, like his mouth, it felt like they CGI'd his mouth to be bigger. It was just so big. I don't.
Oh, okay. It didn't bother me, but I'll take your word for it.
It creeped me out, honestly.
Okay. Zoro kicks this guy's ass, no problem. And then he's like, I'll tell my father about this, right?
Yeah, but then like Sword Boy has to go to his dad anyway because that's how he turns in bounties something.
Yeah, he has to actually go to see the dad anyway because he's giving Mr. Seven to him. Also, when he killed Mr. Seven, like he literally like sliced him in half. Which it was like cartoony CGI enough that it didn't bother me, but I like it.
Yeah, he's not fucking around.
Yeah. Then this is kind of wild. Like logic that happens, right? Where they're like, we'll pay you for the bounty, but you attacked a Marine officer, so
we have to punish you.
So we have to. That's 7 days tied up with no food. If you think 7 days is a long time to go with no food, just wait till you watch the rest of the series.
Oh, jeez.
The rest of the season.
But there is definitely a part where he's like, "What if I just told you to go fuck yourself and left?" And he's like, You know, I'm gonna tell all the other cops, and then you can't turn in bounties, and then you have no job. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll be punished then.
Yeah,
it is an awkward exchange.
Is this Zoro actor hot, Sarah? I've been told that he's.
Oh yeah, I did write down. Oh yeah, this assassin recruiter is so silly looking, but Sword Guy's cute. So there you go.
Yeah. I've been.
It's even in my notes.
Okay.
You have to be told. Okay, sure.
I
think it's easy to tell. Like he's supposed to be, right? Like a character like this is always going to be played by like a hot guy.
I guess so. I don't know.
Okay.
It didn't have to be. I don't know.
He's always going to be played by a hot guy. Like just yeah.
He had to have abs at least.
Okay. Sure.
If they're staying true to the anime. All right. How do all our characters join up here? They just like.
Okay, so at some point, Chaos Child and the girl run into each other. It might be during this fight, I guess, in the bar, and like they're both looking for the same thing, and she reluctantly goes along with him, right?
It's hard to follow you when you're not using the actual character names. I'll be honest.
Okay, when Luffy and the girl, I don't remember her name.
Her name is Nami.
Okay, she's still the only girl in this show who like sticks around for more than one scene. So
in these episodes, yeah. Besides the prisoners in the next episode.
Oh well, yeah, okay. Like he sneaks off to go look for a map. She has stolen a cop uniform to go look for the map as well, and they end up going together.
Yeah, there's like shenanigans. Right. They're essentially looking for the same thing. They want a map to the Grand Line.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know why Nami wants it, but we do know why Luffy wants it.
Yeah.
All right, we need to go to the Grand Line to find the treasure. We're doing it. I mean, long story short, Luffy, being a nice guy, just frees Zoro casually, even though he's a pirate hunter. And Luffy's like, nah, you should join my crew. He's like, but I'm a pirate hunter. And he's like, nah, you should definitely join my crew.
Yeah, the unrelenting like positivity of this kid.
It's awesome.
It's so fun, good. But makes no sense. Like it wouldn't work.
What do you mean it makes no sense?
Well, I mean how it works out for him doesn't make any sense. Like this guy would never go and join a pirate crew. He like literally hunts pirates for like that's his whole life, right? Just because some kid shows up and go, hey, it'll be a good time. Let's go. Like,
so you haven't gotten the Zoro backstory, have you?
No.
Okay. Well, Zoro. So basically, Zoro. I think he hunts pirates for money because they're the ones that have bounties, essentially. But his actual like dream is to be the world's greatest swordsman.
Okay.
So that's like actually what his goal is. I guess he doesn't necessarily have to go with Luffy, but I think by the end of this episode, the idea is that right, like he kind of just respects Luffy, and also they just have to escape together.
Yeah. The end of it is just convenient to escape together. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, actually, like all the characters that are gonna end up being part of Luffy's crew, you basically get to in season 1 of the live action, like you get their backstory, and kind
Okay.
of get to learn what each of their like life
Hopes and
goals.
dreams.
Yeah, exactly. And it leads to like a cool moment at the end of season one. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, you haven't gotten to Zoro's backstory yet. You want me to give you the gist of it?
No, I mean, I'm gonna probably watch the rest
Yes,
of it,
let's
so it's okay.
go. We did it.
I mean, I was having a good time with it. It is fundamentally very, very silly, and
Yeah, that's why it's so good.
but like low key. Okay, so when I was watching the one episode of the anime, like this thing's only 20 minutes long. I got like 12 minutes in, and I'm like, it needs to be done soon because it was just very grating. Like everybody is shouting constantly,
Did you
and
watch
it's just way over the top.
Do you watch English or Japanese?
Yeah, I did. I did the English.
Yeah, I think the English is actually worse. I was doing both, and I was like, oh, the Japanese isn't as obnoxious actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you, but I do know. I didn't actually think you'd watch the whole episode. I was just like, try to watch it, see what happens. Just try to watch.
If I say I'm gonna do a thing, I'm gonna do it. So
that's not required.
Well, that's not always true, but um, so like I was halfway through this anime, and it made me reconsider if I did want to watch all of the live action because like then I run the risk of like giving a shit and like it not getting renewed, and then I'm like 3 seasons of live action in and want to know what happens and be like, oh, the anime, I guess it's not gonna happen.
You can always go read the manga too, though, because in the manga you can make the voices whatever you want them to be when you read.
Or I could just Wikipedia it and get broad strokes, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So I'll probably still watch the live action, but there was a moment watching the anime where it made me reconsider that.
Yeah. I know. I think I read the production for season 2 is wrapped up, but it might not be till like 2025 or something. I'll just search it real fast. One Piece live action season 2. Let's see. Ooh, might not be good. Oh yeah, yeah. I think they finished production, but it's like a 2025 at the earliest. So
it takes a long while to do all those stretchy CGI nonsense.
But, yeah, I also think they just did like the only thing. If you like did watch the anime, I think it would just give you an appreciation for what they were able to do in the live action, like all the short. I can like when we get to it, or maybe not in these 2 episodes, but there are some like decisions after you watch the whole thing. If we talked about it later, I could like be like, oh, in the anime they did this, but they like condensed it by changing it, which made sense. Okay, where are we?
Luffy and Girl have gone to find the map.
They get the
Sword
map.
Boy has gone to get his sword back and finds, do you know who my dad is, kid? Naked, playing with his swords, just like I'm so cool, and looking in the mirror at himself and being like, don't I look cool with swords while I don't have any pants on? And it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, Helmeppo's So Helmeppo, I don't know if is Helmeppo in the second episode at all? Like, but what's the
just like a little bit,
yeah,
like being a dick to Harry Potter.
Okay, basically, this is totally not how the anime goes to the way I remember it. But basically, like the Vice Admiral Garp is gonna like come into that after Luffy and his crew and these characters like escape. Garp's gonna come in and basically like take over for Axan Morgan, or he's gonna like take a bunch of his cadets and go hunt down Luffy, basically.
Okay.
And then like Kobe and Helmeppo are both like cadets on that ship. So like Helmeppo, like his father's not in charge anymore, so he basically has to like start as a cadet. So
but I bet he still has that entitled energy.
A little bit, yeah. But he he kind of becomes more likable, essentially.
Oh, gross! I don't want to like him.
I mean, you don't have to. I don't know. It's what's interesting about it is like I don't think in season 1 like the Garp, Helmeppo, and Kobe stuff are even in season 1 of the show. Like I remember like maybe a side episode where they were like training or something, but they must be later in the series. But they just threw it in season 1 because they thought it would be better to like set up things quicker in the series. I think is the idea. Okay, were there any other weird scenes before we?
I mean, basically, like they go to the head guy's office, they find his safe in the ground, and somehow Stretchy equals super strong, and Luffy's able to just yank it out of the ground.
Yeah, that's just DC comic rules. Like whatever superpower you have, plus you're super strong. That's just like
yeah.
by default.
And so then they like all end up in the courtyard and they fight the axe guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when
It's
they
just
like
a big
fight.
fight.
Yeah, they fight together. I thought that fight was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fight
I mean, yeah,
choreography in
but there's not
general.
like much for me to say about it. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is a
the
cool
fight
fight.
choreography in the show I think is really good. Even though they have to do the Luffy stuff, which is it makes it
Yeah.
weird,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. But like Nami fights with like a staff that bounces or can like contract and stuff, and that's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Zora's got the swords. So they do steal the map and they get away, and then I
There
think
is a parting moment between Luffy and Harry Potter where he's like, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna be a sea cop, and he's like, okay, we're friends, but one day when we meet again, we'll probably be enemies. Oh well, bye.
yeah, but also Kobe like has to knock out Helmeppo, right? Or something because Helmeppo was about to catch them before they leave, but then Kobe.
Oh right, yeah.
Somehow that doesn't come back to hurt Kobe in the getting recruited or just signing up as a Marine, but maybe Helmeppo never didn't see him. I forget.
He's small and
Yeah,
easily to miss.
yeah. There you go. That was episode 1.
I mean, and that's the point where we then cut to some sort of,
Oh, the creepy
you
ending of
know,
episode 1.
well, there's like a head. You were saying his name earlier. The guy that takes over the cops, the head cop, the admiral, whoever, right?
Garp.
Yeah. That's when he gets a call on his fucking snail phone.
Snail phone, yeah.
That is like 3 feet long. Like it's a giant snail.
A giant snail, yeah. Of course.
And then I don't exactly remember the scene that is shown, but my notes are in all caps. Why is there a clown pirate? Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, on for a while, just going, oh no.
It's like if the Joker was a pirate.
Yeah,
but not really the Joker.
It's like if a bad copy of like I'm not a big fan of clowns. And and like why are all the pirates themed? Like the one earlier was like the Queen of Hearts, and now this is knockoff Joker. And why do they have to like? And it's not just like he's the clown pirate. He's got a staff of clown pirates under him, and they go around.
I mean,
with the big tent and do a doomy weird circuit of weird shit. And like they're more clowns than pirates. So like, why not just be a clown? I don't get it.
Because it's the pirate world. They're living in the pirate age. You got to be a pirate. They're just pirates who happen to be clowns, not clowns.
They're just real desperate
pirates.
to like distinguish themselves among pirates. They're like have to have a theme.
I don't
know. Is that what it is?
Do you think there are like clowns in this universe, like normal circus that just goes around?
I mean, there must be.
They're not pirates.
You like none of this would happen organically on a pirate ship, you know? Like clowns have to actually exist.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess you're right. There must be actual clowns if there's a clown pirate.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I'm a little scared about the other theme. What kind of themed pirates do I have to look forward to?
Ooh,
/ be scared about? This one's got to be the worst though because clowns are creepy.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna meet a whole crew of fishmen pirates.
Okay, that makes sense. That's very like Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones, like whoever. Sure.
It's very much like it's like a racial thing where like the humans used to like enslave the fishmen, even though they're like physically stronger. But now they're like not enslaved anymore. But it's like it's
Okay.
But the fishman is like he hates humans.
Okay, I mean,
but he's also a pirate.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
you'll meet
the fishmen pirates. Yeah.
Okay, fishermen pirates. That's less a theme and more just a community.
Yeah. Okay.
But okay, sure. What else we got?
Ooh, in terms of pirate themes,
I mean, they came in strong with the clown theme, and then if they're not going to have other themes, it seems.
Well, you're gonna meet like the actual best swordsman in the world, and he's a pirate, but he's kind of like
just sword pirates,
more dressed like Zorro, but he's got a huge ass sword that looks like a cross. Other pirates with themes. I'm thinking of more of like there's characters that have like devil fruit powers. Like he's not in season 1, but they allude to him at the very end of the season, and he has like
Mm-hmm.
I think he's actually a Marine, but he has like he can like control smoke. So I don't know if that's like a
Oh.
smoke controlling person. It's like Magneto, but with smoke. I don't know.
Okay, so
I
there's
don't know. There's
not
not
a
really
lot of different like
I think
pirate
no,
themes.
there are no.
There's
Oh
just
no,
a weird.
there's a we're gonna meet a pirate. Like there's a pirate gang called the Black Cat Pirates. You're gonna meet them.
Do they have? Do they dress like cats? They
Yeah,
act
a
like
little bit.
cats?
Yeah, a little
They're
bit.
like
Yeah.
cat themed.
They just have like there you go,
Okay.
little yeah. No, there definitely is themes to all the
Does their
pirate
ship
ships.
look like a
But
giant
the Marines
cat?
have themes too. Like there's like the Mouse Marines, and then there's the I don't know. I can't explain the themes of the things. I think
Okay.
it's just fun.
Okay.
It's quirky.
Well, so far, nothing you've mentioned freaks me out more than clown pirates. So I guess it's all like downhill from here. It'll be easier
Yeah. I don't think
going
you're gonna be
forward. Okay.
scared of Buggy. Like he's still like yeah, he's a bad guy, but he's kind of gets
He's creepy.
like
I don't like
he's
him.
creepy, but he's actually like ends up being more of like a joke and less of
You mean he comes back?
a well, in the anime he is in the beginning and then there's like a couple episodes where you see like what happened to him and then he comes back later. But in this they kind of keep him
Don't
around.
tell me.
They keep him around the whole time.
Does he?
But he's like a joke.
Does he join the fucking crew?
No, he doesn't.
I gotta look at
At
this
least-
fucking clown all the rest of the season.
As far as I have made it, he's not a crewmate.
But
No.
he's on the boat.
He hates Luffy. He wants to get him.
But he's on the boat with them.
You'll see.
Or
Wait, what happens at
okay.
the end of episode 2 with Buggy? How far do we get? Did you see him use his chop powers?
Yes.
Okay.
But then they like escape.
Oh yeah. The second episode is basically Buggy the Clown. Everybody up, right?
Yeah. It's a lot. Okay, so let's just get into the weirdness of this clown.
Okay.
So they like this clown and his clown pirates have like taken over a town and like destroyed it and put up their big fucking tent and made everybody sit inside to be the audience for their nightmare circus or whatever, right?
Is that pirate enough for you, Sarah?
I mean, it is on the level of violence you would expect from pirates, but like again, the weird theme. Like I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, so then the three are three crew members or are straw hat pirates, I guess is what they're called.
Yeah, not yet. Nami and Zoro, I don't know at this point, are saying they're part of his crew. Luffy always introduces them as his crew, and then they're like, not his crew. We're not part of his crew.
So they're well, this is actually where we get our description of the you wanted to talk about the line, right?
Oh yeah. Give me the world. What's the
Okay.
What's the terrain of this
So
world,
it's a
Earth globe?
there's a big line that goes down the middle that is like land.
Vertically.
Right?
Like
Yeah, just one big like if the prime meridian or whatever the fuck was just land, a big old strip of land all around the world. And that's where all the land is.
Yeah.
And then the equator essentially is the fuck, I forgot the name of it.
The Grand Line. The Grand
The
Line.
Grand Line, which is like full of islands
Yeah, I think.
and sea monsters.
Yeah.
And maybe just a lot of fog. And it's where all the pirates go for the best like treasure. But like it doesn't seem like most people go there, so why is there treasure or like goods on I don't quite get it, but it's supposed to be where you go when you're a pirate to get all the good stuff, but it's super dangerous.
Yeah, it is a little weird when you like overthink it, yeah. But there like are people that just live in the Grand Line. Like they live on those islands like normal people.
But they don't seem to be it doesn't seem like there's a lot of interaction between like the big strip of land and then the like Grand Line.
Yeah. Well,
island
you'll
stuff?
see I guess they don't do it. Yeah, they don't show it, but there's like they kind of allude to it, but there's like it's like weird how it's almost like this magical defy the laws of physics thing that you kind of have to travel through to get to the Grand Line. It's like weird.
Okay.
It's like a river that flows up. It's very odd.
Okay, sure.
So there's like there's no like you can't just like accidentally sail into the Grand Line. It doesn't seem. That's why you need. That's why you need a map to get to it. Like you need to know where to go in the world to even like.
Yeah, because it felt like just like sail south, my dude. Why do we need to do this big heist for this map? Just like
they're in the East Blue.
East. Yeah.
Which there's like 4 oceans essentially, north, south, east, west. So they're in the East Blue in this season. Yeah, I think in the anime it's like if you once you like go south close enough to the Grand Line, if you're just like on the water, that's when you like there's like bigger, more dangerous sea beasts start showing
Bigger
up.
Godzillas.
So they're almost like kind of they're like the first obstacle to get to the Grand Line. Okay. And then the reason you need a map is because like, it's just like some crazy shit.
Okay.
That doesn't really make any sense that you have to do to get into the Grand
Line. I mean, it makes more sense to me now that you need a map for it, so that feels better.
Yeah, there is
than just this kid was too dumb to sail south. Yeah,
there is a reason you need it. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so they're talking about the map on their little boat, and then they get intercepted by a clown ship or whatever, and they get taken captive because they like smoke bomb them or something, right?
They some crazy bomb like cannon tech that like put them to sleep. It like clouded the entire ship in But
Luffy swallowed the map in a big freaking metal tube first, and it's fine because he's a stretchy boy, so I guess all his insides are stretchy too.
Yeah. I think they don't make it clear, but I think like in the beginning we see Nami like trick these two pirates, right? And she like takes their ship. She was on like a little ship.
Oh yeah.
And she like pretends like she has a treasure chest, and they like come on her ship, and then she like goes on their ship and steals it.
And then that's the ship that they're now
But
on.
I think those are people from like Buggy the Clowns. Because if you look at them, I think
that's why they were coming after her. Okay.
They look a little clowny if you go back and watch it. And I think that's kind of why Buggy was even messing with them at all. It's because he was like, oh, yeah. I don't know if that's how they...
At the time, actually, I was just like, this world looks weird. Sure, whatever.
The show might have explained it as like, oh, somehow Buggy found out that the map was stolen from the Marines, and he was like, that's my map. I don't know exactly, but I think the idea is that she stole the ship from the Buggy pirates or whatever. I don't remember how far episode 2 got, so you're gonna have to
they fight the clown, right? And at some point the sword guy like just fucking decapitates him, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And then no, his head just floats around because he ate a fruit. That means he can separate all the bits of his body, and they can just float around and do whatever the fuck. And it's weird, and I don't like it. I don't enjoy this segment. He's a clown and has all these dismembered body parts that just fly around and do whatever. No, thank you.
So did you get the part where they like full fight him and they beat him, or is that in the next episode? Did you see the part where Luffy's in like the tank with the seawater?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the whole crux of this is he's like, no, I'm the greatest I'm the pirate king, so the map is mine. Where you got it, give it to me. And so like he ties up the girl and Sword Boy in the back, and then he's like trying to stretch Luffy to his max and see at what point he snaps.
But that doesn't work.
And it just doesn't. So then he like puts him in a tank of water, like what was that movie, The Prestige? Did you ever see that? Where it's like he's a magician. Yeah, it's like one of those like metal like and glass things, and it's just like, haha, I know your secret because it's my secret too. If you get wet after midnight, you turn into a gremlin. I mean, if you get wet, you can't do your powers. Yeah. So he's just like,
Fantastic
filling
Four.
It with water. Fantastic Four?
Fantastic Four has the Mr. Fantastic is like super stretchy. So there's like a live action.
Oh.
I was trying to think of like this animation. It's like it's been done before. Yeah. If you go watch like
I feel like there's also a stretchy person in The Boys, which is a more recent show, but that's also very gross, and you should never watch that show. That is not a show you would like.
All right, I'm out. Oh, I've seen ads for that actually. I thought
it's watching not for you.
I think I actually looked at it and I was like, that's rated R. I'd be risking it.
Yeah. It's definitely too gross for you. I promise.
There's also Elastigirl, but that's animated.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There you go. Stretchy superheroes. There's probably
but
more.
This one can't get wet, and if he gets wet, he can't stretch.
It has to be seawater, I think.
Oh,
can Luffy swim in a lake? I think he could. Maybe not. Also, I'm not sure if the part about losing your powers. I just remember the scene from the anime where Luffy somehow like is like he's anchored to like the bottom of the ocean or somewhere, but like somehow he like stretches out his neck so he can breathe.
Because I thought that would never be a problem. that he can't swim because he could just stretch, but
it might be because his head is stuck in something, though. I forget how it is. I forget if he actually.
Oh.
I forget if maybe he can't activate it. I don't know. I don't know if the anime and the live action are staying true to the like the same rules or not.
Okay.
It seemed like in the live action, at least, like, oh, he can't use his stretchy powers once he gets wet with seawater. You know. Like if you splashed him, then he'd be like, "Fuck, can't use my stretchy powers until I dry off or something." I don't know. That happens later. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so while he's in this tank, in the back, the girl and Sword Boy are like, I don't know. He's annoyed with her because she just tried to run away earlier, and like didn't worry about getting the rest of them free. And she's like, okay, but we have to work together now, so deal with it. And then there's like, so she's like trying to pick her lock, and he's like tied to this like when you go to a circus and they do the knife stuff and they tie somebody to it and they spin them around. And so, of course, there's a knife-throwing clown guy that comes, and, like, there was some weird tension, and I'm like, did these guys used to date? And no, we find out that Sword Boy killed his brother, so that's why there's a weird tension between this particular clown and Zoro. And so that goes on for a while, but eventually they get free, and then everybody, they fight the clown guy again or whatever. And
you basically learn, like, Nami is good at lock picks, right?
Yes.
And Zoro doesn't trust Nami, is kind of like... the crux of the Zoro Nami relationship is interesting.
I mean, they're gonna smash later, right? Like that's the thing.
I don't know, actually.
Like that's the vibe I got.
I don't know if anybody smashes in this or not. But
well, okay.
I guess like if that was
the anime equivalent of smashing, like they're.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten far enough where that's like necessarily the case.
Maybe they'll hold hands or something, like that. They just seem like the pairing if there was gonna be one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess that is kind of how they were setting it up, so maybe that is what it is. I cannot confirm or deny if that's the case.
Okay.
Yeah. So how do you defeat a clown that can just chop up his body parts and fly them around the room?
I wrote no notes on this except I do not like the dumb names for moves, and now I've forgotten it, I think because my brain didn't want to remember weird clown shit. So you're going to have to remind me how they beat this clown.
Oh, I think so like Luffy is made of rubber, but theoretically he's still sliceable, right? But like Buggy is unsliceable, right? Because he slices himself up. But I guess you can just knock him around. So they slowly like knock all his body parts into
oh right, they like put him into boxes. They just tie him up into that's right.
They lock all the different body parts in boxes until all that's left. This is very much an homage to the anime. Basically, like all that's left is like his head, his hands, and his feet. But he still like rejoins. He still rejoins them together.
This is why my brain blocked it out. That was real weird looking, and I didn't enjoy it.
There's a whole story arc, or like maybe a couple episodes where like you get to see Buggy. Like he doesn't have his body. Essentially, he just has his head and his hands and his feet. And like it's him, it's just like him trying to navigate the world. As like little Buggy, essentially.
But as I remember it, they just locked his bits and bobs up in his own boxes. Like, shouldn't his crew members be able to open the boxes and get his body parts back?
Yeah, I believe in like the very next episode you see him like because Luffy like hits him with one of his finishing moves and he like blasts him away, right? When he's little Buggy.
Yeah.
But then he just like comes back and then he opens the boxes and he like reassembles his body. But then there's there's an interaction with Buggy and like another pirate that's gonna be later in the season, and that's when like the Buggy story like no longer is like following the anime. Like they kind of like keep him around more. Largely what happens, just so maybe you don't have to worry as much, is like Buggy essentially becomes like the pirate that everybody is just like taking advantage of, basically, and they use him for information, but they basically just like carry his head around in a bag and like his body, so like he can't do anything, so they'll like pull him out and he'll just say funny lines.
Okay. All right.
Like
I can probably deal with that. Okay.
yeah, he has a very funny song at one point that he's like,
Okay.
you know, he's got nothing to lose essentially at some point, so he's like kind of trolling whenever they talk to him. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but then they just like threaten him, and he's like, "Okay, fine." And then yeah, it's basically that's his whole dynamic in
Mm.
this live action season one.
All right. Okay. Okay.
He's fine. I don't think you're gonna be scared of this clown
Okay.
after like this one episode where like he seems like a threat. He doesn't really seem like a threat afterwards.
You
Essentially,
can be non-threatening and still creepy, though.
that's
You
true.
know.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's definitely gonna be creepy, but not in a like he's not
Okay.
as powerful as the Joker. Is what
Will
I'll
be
say.
diminished. Okay.
The Joker's like the serious number one Batman villain. Buggy is not. At least as far as I've made in the anime. Maybe Buggy gets more powerful later and is like they bring him back. I don't know, but
Okay.
um, yeah, okay,
And then there's a little bit mixed in there with Harry Potter being like grilled for information and him just being like, "Yep, I will give you all the information I know about this guy who was my friend, but he's a pirate, so whatever."
yeah. The Kobe Garp dynamic is very odd to watch in the live action. Like it's like okay, I don't know. Garp like takes a liking to Kobe for some reason, even though Kobe like they should be super suspicious of him because he's like openly admitting that he was like friends with Luffy or like
Mm-hmm.
working or like he worked with Luffy, but then he's like, oh no, but Luffy freed me and I used to be on a pirate ship. So he like he sounds like he's like a pirate undercover, basically.
Yeah,
Kobe,
yeah.
right? Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the live action later on with Kobe and Garp and their relationship, which I do not recall, especially definitely not in
Okay.
season one of the anime. So it's kind of I feel like it is in the anime or something, and then they are kind of yeah, they already had some kind of plan to kind of condense everything and they decided it was better to just put it.
Mm.
And it is good because I think Kobe and Garp are maybe important characters in the series going forward. They're just like not highlighted very much in the anime in season one. So they
Yeah,
decided like
yeah. Okay.
these are definitely important characters.
Start
We
developing
have to
them
give
now,
them
yeah.
we have to give them something to do in season one essentially.
And one other very important thing is that the Axeman with the metal jaw, his snail phone also has a metal jaw on it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's like customizing your iPhones, right, to be your like
Except
personality.
it's a snail, a giant snail. Oh, and then speaking of snails, at the very end, we get Nami's on the boat and she puts a little snail in her ear and tells somebody that she got the map.
Yeah, she has
So she's working for somebody, but we don't know.
yeah, she has like a secret spy snail phone.
Yes,
Just in
yes.
there. There you
Gross.
go.
And that is the first two episodes of whatever this thing that you made me watch is.
Let's
It was
go.
pretty weird.
Yeah. I really wish like somehow you could have watched this without associating it with anime
Knowing
at
it was
all.
anime.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been the same.
Yeah.
Like, other than my
Probably,
beginning
yeah.
thoughts of, like, oh, this is gonna be weird. I mean, it was, in fact, weird.
Yeah. Maybe it actually helped because it's like, okay, this Luffy kid's kind of weird at first, but maybe because you knew it was from an anime, you're like, okay, I get it. I get why
Uh-huh.
this character's a little weird. Luffy is just such a great character to root for. I don't know.
I like him better now that I've watched the first episode of the anime because, like, in the anime, he's such a dick and he's just nice and,
yeah,
like, really enthusiastic in the live action, which is a lot more endearing.
it's modernized, yeah, for sure. It's yeah. I personally like I got my parents to watch the live action and they enjoyed it, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
they would never watch the anime. Like if I told them to watch that,
Yeah.
they would be bored.
Yeah, I definitely had fun with it. I mean, I wish, again, there hadn't been so much creepy clown time. Could have done without that, but,
Okay.
I got through
You'll
it.
get past that.
Yeah.
You'll get to see potentially maybe creepy fish people. I don't know. Let me know how you feel when you get to that stuff.
Okay.
There's
I
also
think that'll be better.
creepy. No, there's other things that you could say was creepy. It's like yeah, it's like it's somehow like
But
towing the
I
line of
find
like
clowns to be
yeah,
particularly creepy, so.
yeah. There are definitely other creepy characters though. But it's like again they're like towing the line because it's like it's TV-14.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I think it's well done. It's like it sticks to the you know this is scary and serious and people are dying, but it doesn't have to be gory or like, yeah,
right.
I like it. Do you want to hear about characters that you're going to get to meet?
Sure.
In the upcoming episodes? Okay. You're going to meet Usopp, Captain Usopp.
Okay.
Who essentially is, I'll sum up, he's the boy who cried pirates.
Okay.
That's basically.
So is he a sea cop?
No, he
is a pirate?
These are people that he's gonna join his crew, yeah. I think his dad's a pirate. But essentially his like whole thing is like he like as a kid always would run through the village and be like, pirates are coming, but pirates weren't coming. Okay. And then when pirates actually come, then nobody believes him. He's basically like, you would absolutely hate this character in the anime. Like if you think Luffy is obnoxious, Usopp's even worse in the anime.
Okay.
But they really tone him down in the live action, but he's essentially like, he's someone who likes to exaggerate stories and make up stories, and like he pretends like he's gone on these like grand adventures, and he's a storyteller, but he tells them in a way that he like makes it seem like they're true, but everybody knows he's full of it. So he's essentially nobody believes him, even if he is telling the truth, because he tells so many lies and stories. Essentially, that's his whole gag.
So I've made a mistake.
Okay.
I just Googled this guy, and I've seen what he looks like in the anime.
Yeah.
Oof.
In the anime.
What?
But it looks way different. They didn't like try to make a
okay,
a face
good.
Like that
he's just a normal human in the okay, we're good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that would be rough to look at in
it's like live action nose, right?
Yeah, and also a giant mouth. The mouth goes to his ears. It's so wide.
There you go. Okay, so that's Usopp, Captain Usopp.
Okay.
Fun dynamics between him and Luffy because they both want to be the captain.
Want to be captain? Yeah. Okay.
And then you get to meet Sanji later on, who is he's the kicking chef. Is the best way I could describe him.
This is just another villain, but in a suit. He's
not a villain.
I mean, he's everything like about the way he looks telling me he's a villain. Okay. Yeah, he's got a little goatee and blonde hair, and he looks like a bad guy.
Okay, well, he kicks people, and he's a chef.
Okay,
but he also has like that, like in the anime, he has like Did you watch Pokemon at all? There,
an episode here or there, but I didn't follow.
So you know, like Brock's character and how he like is with the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sanji is like that like anime stereotype where he like he's
hits
like
on all the ladies.
Yeah. So, but it's like it's toned down in live action, but they still did it because it's like too much of like, it's like he'll change like his attitude on a dime, basically, if he's talking to an attractive woman, basically. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, you got it. So that's Sanji. He's cool.
I understand.
He's cool. When you get to see his backstory is wild.
Okay.
And then I talked about the fishmen. The Arlong pilots you're gonna meet, which are the fishmen who were oppressed, but
I saw this guy in the previews. That's the nose. That's supposed to be a shark something. Okay.
They give that guy the nose. Yeah, they give that guy the nose. But he's like got like shark mouth in the anime. But he's like normal mouth but with sharp teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll take some getting used to. Okay.
It's weird, but I don't even know if he's the weirdest looking fishman out of all the fishmen in the live action. So
okay, but he's the one that'll be sticking around them. Oh, he's got a little fin coming out of his back too. Okay.
Yeah, he's a shark.
Okay.
Shark man. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I want you to watch this now. You got to watch this and let me know what you think.
I will. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching the live action when it first came out, and then when I rewatched it for this, like, I just want there to be more. I want there to be more. They did I just thought they did such a good job. I don't know how like super hardcore One Piece anime manga people felt about the live action, but I thought they crushed it. And then I thought we didn't. What was the other one we talked about on the podcast before? Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I also thought Netflix did a great job with the Avatar: Last Airbender, where it's like
Oh
it
yeah.
has to it's condensed. It's not the same exact like the linearness of the
Mm-hmm.
events is not the same, but it's condensed, and they I'm a huge I've watched all of the uh Avatar: Last Airbender series,
Yeah.
and enough to say like, oh, I'm a fan of that show, and I thought the live action was great. So I to me they did a great job in both
Yeah,
these.
I didn't watch the live action of that yet. But
I recommend it.
yeah.
But you've watched Avatar: Last Airbender, right? So
Yes.
you'd actually be able to compare it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they did a great job. So I
Okay.
hope they do more of these. Uh, I feel
Well,
like
they did Cowboy Bebop also.
they did come with. I never watched Cowboy Bebop, or I did, but then I don't know. I didn't get into it, even though people love that. So maybe I should give it a chance, or at least watch the live action, and maybe that'll inspire me to watch.
Yeah, I
Um,
growing up caught like I didn't watch it with purpose, but I would frequently catch episodes of that and enjoyed it. And then I liked the live action, but I think they canceled it. They're not doing a season 2 for
oh, okay. Now I'm just gonna be disappointed if I watch it. Right?
it. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll watch
But
it.
yeah, I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but I generally enjoyed it, and I think I could use a fun thing to watch
Yeah,
right now. So
exactly. It's
so
definitely
yeah,
that's how
yeah.
I would kind of.
I don't have to
It's
think too
fun.
hard about it. It's just
It's like
silly times, and yeah.
yeah, I think it gets emotional at times once you get attached to the characters.
In the first season
Um,
already?
yeah, it definitely does.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
there's like there's dramatic, dark backstory stuff going on with some of these characters. So it feels very silly because of kind of the aesthetics of the world, and like we have like
Mhm.
random superpowers and stuff, and yeah, and it's fun in that sense. But then I think it turns into it's more than that. You know, you only
Yeah.
saw the first two
Okay.
episodes. I think I'm curious to see what you think about it after you watch the whole thing. I'm hoping you can't wait till season 2. That's what I hope you get to, because that's where I am.
I hope that I will be excited for season 2 as well, but not so excited that I feel the need to turn to the
Yeah.
anime.
What I need to find for the anime is I've heard there's like some way to watch like an abridged version of the anime where like I don't know if they like cut out certain episodes or it's like re-edited to be like less episodes or something. But I'm stuck in like season 4 of like the Alabaster saga, and
Okay.
it's just taking so long. I don't know. I just like burn out on like the I had the same issue with I had the same issue with like all the 90s animes that are like super
Mm.
long. Like Dragon Ball Z at some point I just like couldn't handle anymore because it was just like, it'd be like Goku, will Goku be able to defeat Frieza before the planet explodes? And then like it's due to explode in like 5 minutes, and then like 6 episodes later still the planet has not exploded. And we're
Yeah,
still in
yeah.
the fight with Frieza. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, I mean like that's how I kind of feel with the current like Alabaster
Uh,
saga that I'm watching, and I just kind of like maybe I'm like in my head I'm like I can probably just skip this because like at some point the anime like it looks like the 90s, right? Like 90s anime
yeah, I
did.
don't love the way it looks.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
it's like
Pokemon or
Harry
yeah.
Potter's face is just a like real weird lumpy potato. I don't know what's happening, but he looks weird. I don't
Yeah,
love
I
any
don't
of the visuals
I
in
don't
the
mind.
anime.
Yeah, the visuals don't really affect me. It's just kind of like the long-windedness to the storytelling that I wish it was
Mm.
faster. But also like at some point because the show is still going, it's like at some point it must have switched over to like the HD version. Like I'm sure the anime style had to
Like
have
it
changed at some
probably looks
point.
good
Yeah.
now, right?
Well, I mean, I don't it still might not be good to you because you just don't like it, but like at least it's like maybe a more updated anime style. I don't know. But I kind of like want to watch all of it, but I'm just kind of burnt. I'm burnt out from this one saga. Maybe people can just leave comments and be like, "Yeah, you can skip this" or something. But actually, I can tell everybody what exact episode I'm on. Let's see. I'm on, yeah, I'm on Alabasta. I'm on episode 1. If you look at Netflix, at least I'm on episode 112. And then I'm
Jeez.
scrolling down. There's still like 18 episodes of this Alabaster Alabasta season. So I don't know if it gets good or if I might be getting to the point where they finally are like getting to the climax of whatever's been going on, but it feels like it's forever. It's just been this like slow build up to something. But yeah, that's just what happens. I think with these older animes, they're I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're like sticking to the manga or what, but yeah, it's happened to me. Even if you go back and watch Pokemon, like that shit burns out like around episode 50, where it's like it feels cool to even go back with the nostalgia, and then I've gone back and watched it, and then like episode 50 or so, like I was like, nah, this is getting too. But that show's Pokemon's very like what's the word? Formulaic or like procedural. It's very like procedural with like Team Rocket always shows up and then they blast off and then which is not the case for One Piece. But yeah, all right.
They have a skeleton friend at some point. I'm like Googling to see what it looks like now, and like the cover art is like there's some skeleton friend in the background, or maybe it's a skeleton enemy. I don't know.
There's gonna be a reindeer person becomes one of the crewmates. That's all I know. That
what?
And that's it's like a reindeer child person. Yeah, his name might be Chopper actually, like from
Chopper. Yeah.
Like in Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, Chopper.
Okay. Well, that's a million years off in live action land, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Probably. Yeah. I actually have no idea, like, because they're trying to accelerate the series in the live action. It's hard to say like how far they're gonna go.
Okay.
With 8 more episodes. How deep are we getting the anime? Because even though season 1 of the anime was 61 episodes, season 2 was only 16 episodes, and then season 3 is only 15 episodes. So I don't know. I don't know where the next like climax
the next chunk
in this series is. Like maybe it's maybe it's the end of this Alabaster saga that I'm on. I don't know. It might be.
Hey, maybe they're just gonna catch up to wherever the anime is, and then like have to Game of Thrones it and just make up their own ending. Yeah.
No, that would be something. Yeah. Wow. No, I don't think they're gonna catch up anytime soon. Yeah, I think in season 2 you're gonna meet the Smoke Marine, and then I think they're at least gonna get into the Baroque works stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, which would make sense. I think that's
secret pirate assassins, or
I think that's where I am. I'm like in the middle of the Baroque stuff, and that might be leading to them getting to fight the number 1 guy or something. I don't know. I forget. But
okay.
Yeah, you'll get more to the Baroque sucks. You'll meet like Mr. I think I saw a casting that I saw cast photos of like Mr. 3 and Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. 7 or 9 or whatever. But yeah, so I think that's what's coming in season 2. Yeah. Anything else, Sarah? Gotta update us on this for sure.
Well, you've definitely fucked up my Netflix algorithm. Because last time I logged in, what was it? It was
like a bunch of One Piece. There's like the anime, but there's a bunch of movies too.
No, it wasn't even One Piece. It was like something Academia or whatever.
Oh, it's one I've heard of My Hero Academia, yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, hey, watch this, and I was like, hey, Netflix, go fuck yourself.
Yo, a live action of One Piece, a live action of My Hero Academia would be nuts. Come on, that would be crazy.
Well, from what they showed me, I didn't like what it looked like, so it would.
I'll tell you what that is. It's essentially superhero school. So it's like a world where some people, they call it quirks, which means basically.
Yeah, I think you told me about this before.
Yeah. So it's like, but like only some people have quirks and then some people don't. So the quirk people are like superheroes or villains if they choose to be. And then, yeah, this kid, but the main character like didn't have a quirk, but he like wanted one so bad, and he was basically this guy that was allowed to transfer his quirk, like found him and saw his potential and like decided to like give him his power, and then now he's going to school to learn how to be a superhero. It's pretty good. But there's another one where I watched it a bunch of it. I got deep into it, and at some point I got to a season where I just kind of like it was moving too slowly. So actually I'm not caught up on My Hero Academia, but I did thoroughly enjoy it when it was in like the high school stage of the show. I thought it was I love that. I love the like what do you call it, like teen dystopia kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, give me like a weird high school.
And you're into it,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm in. It's like Harry Potter or whatever, right? It's like
Yeah.
so
But
yeah.
if I watch another one on my own free will, it's gonna be what's it called? Romantic Killer, I think it's called.
Oh, I saw
Where
that
there's
for
just
that.
some girl minding her own business, and then something magic happens that's like, no, you're going to live in a romantic comedy, and suddenly all the hot guys are going to be into you. And she's like, go fuck yourself. I just want to play video games and hang out with my cat. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, this looks good. I should watch this actually. I think this has definitely been recommended to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I need more stuff like that and less like, let's have big fights anime, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you. Yeah, don't I would never tell you to watch One Piece. or like Naruto or like some of the other
Mm-hmm.
super long running, action based animes. No.
I mean, I did watch some Sailor Moon back in the day,
I never watched
but
Sailor
not
Moon,
a
but I
lot.
know it's huge. I know it was huge. All right. Yeah. That's Sarah talking
Yeah.
about anime, guys. Well, live
Yeah.
action version of an anime, but we did it.
Yeah, we got through it. I'm good. I don't need to talk about anime for a while. I put in my dues. You're welcome.
We should have never. Maybe if I should have just never had you watch the anime of this, and we just could have just only talked about the live action, and it would have
Yeah.
maybe.
What? Then you'd be able to make me watch some other anime instead? No, thank you. We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the
I'm
live
excited.
action in and of itself was ridiculous enough that I was gonna
Yeah,
always
it's
have
awesome.
a this is kind of silly reaction to it.
Yeah. All right. What's the next Netflix? I'm looking this up. Next live action anime. We need it. We need it. They're doing a great job with this. Oh my god, Naruto. Oh,
Why?
watch out, Sarah, if they come out with the Naruto live action.
That's the one with the obnoxious kid that basically like wears a license plate on his head and yells he's a ninja all the time, right?
I don't know if that's a totally accurate, but I think to you that's probably what it is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But in the live action, it would be different. Now
Okay.
that shit would be fucking awesome. Actually, no, thank you.
I'll take your
Yeah.
word for it.
All right. What are you picking for next time, Sarah? What are we talking about next time?
So I forgot to pick, but then I remembered that I kind of pre-picked, I guess. But there's this show called The Zode Survival Mission, and it's a I don't even really know what it is. It's Korean reality survival variety reality show. I don't
Have
know.
you watched the show before? Or
I've not watched any of it, but there is a third season that is coming out like next week or the week after or something. It's very soon. And so we're gonna watch
did
an
you say
episode of that.
August 7th is what you said?
August 7th. Yes, I've
Okay.
just forgotten what date today is, so I could not relate how soon it was.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks. I watched the trailer for it, and it looks like a silly time. So
Okay.
I think that's what it is. That's what we're gonna watch next.
All I saw was like each episode is named like each season. It's like episode 1 is called First Zone, and then it's Second Zone. And I don't know if like they're connected, like you have to survive the first zone and then you like make it to the second zone, or if it's just like, oh, it's the second zone of the season. So I don't know if the episodes are connected or if it's like each one's an individual like
I don't know.
thing. I don't know. I don't know what to find out.
Here is the description on what am I looking at? My drama list. It's got let's see, Yoo Jae-suk, Kwon Yuri, and newly joined Kim Dong-hyun face the mission of having to survive for 4 hours in a virtual space that crosses reality and surrealism. And then also Dex from Singles Inferno is there as well. So there you go. That is what it is.
Okay. I still have no idea, but we'll find out.
Exactly.
Yeah. We looked up, I think, it's on Hulu, right?
Yes.
I think when the first 2 seasons came out, they dropped 3 episodes on the first day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll just watch the first 2 so we can get like the gist of.
Yeah.
Because I think they're like an hour each, so maybe we'll watch the first 2 just to get the gist of like, okay, are these things connected or are they just individual episodes? And maybe if they're not connected, we don't even need to watch the second one. But we'll at least like check it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
We don't need to recap the second one if it's like not really connected, but Yeah, okay. We're kind of going in blind then.
Well, the genres are mystery and comedy. It felt like a good follow-up to Agents of
Agent of
Mystery,
Mystery.
sort of
It like
like
kind of
that
seemed
kind of
like that,
vibe
but
of show. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
it kind of seemed like that, although I'm not imagining them like interacting with actors.
Yeah, I think there's more physical challenges probably.
It's physical challenges where like theoretically if you fail, you are dead and you have not survived. You have not
Yeah,
survived the
maybe.
mission. I don't know.
I mean, they're making a third season of it. It can't be that bad, right?
I guess so. Or it's just cheap to make. It's actually like labeled a
Or
Hulu.
that, yeah.
It's a Hulu original, right? Is it how they label it? Like it's actually
I am.
Hulu produced.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's labeled a Hulu original, so it's like Hulu produced. So I don't know. Maybe it's just super cheap. But I guess enough people have to watch it still that it's worth making. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. From the thumbnails, these thumbnails are all over the place, so I have no idea what this is. We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. Sick. Wait, were you saying the cast of season 1 when you read the cast? I'm seeing a guy
when I read the cast, like I think the first two have been in there originally, and then the third guy was on Physical 100.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Like
I was about to say
he's a Taekwondo guy or
yeah.
UFC guy or something.
Yeah. I was about to say this one guy looks like I recognize him from Physical 100. Okay. Gotcha. Sick. All right. Well, we'll find out. And we're just watching season 3, right? We're not going back to season 1. We're watching the new
We'll
season.
just watch the newest season.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go.
Yeah, I'm like vaguely rewatching the trailer right now, and it's full of a bunch of random stuff. I don't even know how to describe it. They're in different locations every time. Surprising things seem to happen to them.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I kind of have a feeling that they're not related. Like each one
Okay.
might be their own thing, but just looking at the thumbnails, but we'll find out. Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Sarah?
Where
and for why should people contact us?
For why? Well, that's because it's fun and we like to hear from people.
That's fun, yeah.
And yeah.
Okay.
But people can email us at keepwatchingpod@gmail.com. Tweet at us at keepwatchingpod. Instagram at us at keepwatchingpod. Leave a comment under this video on YouTube also at keepwatchingpod. And if you want to tell us what kind of theme your pirate crew would have, you could leave us a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Ooh, that's fun. What's
put that yours? In a comment.
What's yours, Sarah? You wouldn't even be a pirate because you'd just be too nice, right?
Nah.
If you were a pirate, you would be like evil, just because.
It'd be like the spooky witch pirates, you know, all girl crew,
all girl crew. Okay, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
what's your pirate crew theme?
I don't know.
You gotta come up with one right
if
now.
I was a pirate, I'd probably be like Luffy if I was a pirate.
Just like the power of friendship and my stretchiness.
Yay! Yeah, I mean, if you were like an indestructible rubber man, like just force friendship upon people, and if they fight you, you're pretty much indestructible. What do you have to lose? Just be friendly.
I mean, they could know your secret, which is if you get wet, you're useless, and then they could murder you that way, I guess.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I guess if I ate one of the devil fruits, I'd probably like just not go there. I'd just be like, I'm pretty
maybe
awesome.
Not be a pirate.
Yeah, I'm pretty powerful when I'm not on the ocean.
I'm gonna take over the land. It's gonna be super easy.
No, just be super friendly to people on land.
Yeah, I'm gonna take over the land with my power of friendship.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Also, maybe if they could invent some sort of flying apparatus in this world, maybe they could do some things.
Oh, you mean you'd be a sky pirate? Contained,
yeah. Okay. You could just travel from land to land without maybe less chance of being in the water all the time. But I guess I guess it's supposed to be. They're primitive. Yeah, it's just that back in the day. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean times, but in a different planet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, where there's weird fruit that make people stretchy.
I think Luffy's crushing it as a pirate, and he's doing exactly what needs to be done. But I don't know what my
he's doing exactly what he wants to do, but I still don't think he's quite a pirate.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what my theme would be though.
Okay.
I'll have to leave a comment later if I come up with a good
one. All right.
Okay. Anything else?
I think I said all I could possibly say about this weird stretchy boy and his desire to be a pirate king.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
Bye.